Get this. One of the biggest names in AI just told the most powerful military on the planet, no. Yeah, you heard that right. A tech company built on lines of code just stood up to the Department of Defense. And believe it or not, it got them banned by the president himself. So what is really going on here? Well, this is a tech news roundup from over 2,500 news articles in just the last 24 hours. And today we're talking about the AI supercycle. It's this massive tidal wave of cash and code that's changing everything like right now. We're going to break down the huge ethical fight at the center of it all, see who's winning and who's losing, and most importantly, what this all means for you. All right, let's jump in. All right, let's kick things off with our news bulletin. First up, OpenAI just landed a mind-blowing $110 billion in funding. We're talking Amazon and Nvidia money. This isn't just a big check. It's a full-on bet to build the entire foundation for our AI future. And here's that bombshell. OpenAI's big rival, Anthropic, just drew a line in the sand. They flat out refused to remove safety features that stop their AI from being used for military stuff. The response? Immediate and wow. The president issued a directive banning them from all federal agencies, just like that. And this AI wave? It's already hitting your pocket. Samsung's new Galaxy S26 is packed with AI smarts. One of the coolest features is a new privacy display that literally uses AI to block people from peeking over your shoulder on the train. Pretty neat, right? But there's another side to this coin, and it's a tough one. Jack Dorsey's company, Block, just laid off 4,000 people. That's 40% of their entire team. And they're not hiding why. They're saying it's because AI made them so much more productive. Okay, but there's a huge problem brewing. All these AI data centers are gobbling up memory chips like crazy, creating a massive shortage. And that bottleneck, it's so bad that we might see the biggest drop in smartphone sales in 10 years. So what's that mean for you? Well, your next phone is probably going to be more expensive and harder to find. And the big players are gearing up for a fight. Nvidia and Meta just signed these insane multi-billion-dollar deals for AI chips. This isn't just business as usual, folks. This is the beginning of a hardware arms race. Who controls the chips controls the future of AI. And it's not just tech. Over in Hollywood, things are shaking up too. The streaming wars are heating up. Paramount just snapped up Warner Bros., with Netflix bowing out of the fight. Get ready for a new media giant, and you can bet they'll be using AI to figure out what you watch next. So where does all this AI live? Well, the crazy demand is spurring a global construction boom for data centers, those giant energy-hungry warehouses full of servers that are the physical backbone of this whole revolution. Of course, with great power comes, well, a lot of worried regulators. All around the world, governments are scrambling. They're trying to get a handle on the huge risks and ethical landmines here, especially after seeing things like the whole Anthropic situation unfold. And to wrap up the bulletin, some good news for a change. Even with that chip shortage we talked about, the gaming industry is absolutely crushing it. New games are smashing sales records, so it seems like we're all still ready to play. Okay, so let's really get into the main event here. What we're witnessing is like a fork in the road for AI's future. You've got OpenAI on one path, let's call it the acceleration, taking that $110 billion to just build as fast as they can. And then on the other path, you've got Anthropic. They're the resistance, putting the brakes on and asking the hard questions about who should be using this stuff. And this quote from Anthropic's CEO really hits home. They said they couldn't in good conscience remove those safeguards. That phrase turns this from a business decision into a huge ethical stand. And here's why this matters so much. The debate is over. We know AI is going to be powerful. The real question now is, how do we control it? And maybe more importantly, who gets to be in charge? And you can see exactly how the market feels about this. Just look at the winners, the builders, right? Companies like Nvidia and Dell, the ones making the picks and shovels for this AI gold rush. Their revenue is through the roof. But then look at the losers. Consumer electronics companies are getting hit hard, thanks to that chip shortage we keep talking about. I mean, can we just pause on this number for a second? $110 billion for one company, in one go. That's not just investing, that's like funding a new country's entire infrastructure. It's going to change everything. But it really makes you wonder, right? What kind of world are they building with all that money? So who's actually feeling the effects of all this? Well, pretty much everybody. For startups, it's a great time. There's tons of cash floating around. But if you're at a big company, it's complicated. You've got amazing new AI tools, but you're also worried about layoffs. And for governments, it's a total nightmare trying to write rules for something that changes every single day. All right, let's zoom out and take a look at the world map. Here in the US, things are tense. That whole dust-up between Anthropic and the Pentagon has really shown everyone how divided the country is on how to handle AI. It's become a huge political mess. Meanwhile, in China, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, they're going all in on AI, robots, and electric vehicles. But on the other, they're dealing with major trade restrictions from other countries trying to slow them down. And the EU, they're trying to be the referee. They're busy writing the rule book, with things like the AI Act. But it's not easy. They're juggling everything from environmental protests about data centers to tough trade deals. Okay, so what should you be doing about all this? Here's a quick playbook. 1. Watch the regulators like a hawk, because new rules can change the game overnight. 2. Pick your partners carefully. You need good allies. 3. Brace for supply chain headaches. That chip shortage is real and it's sticking around. 4. Start reskilling your people, like yesterday. The jobs are changing fast. And 5, and this is the big one, make privacy and trust your #1 priority. In this new world, it's everything. So what happens next? Well, in the short term, say the next 6 months, expect the talk about jobs and retraining to get a lot louder. Within a year, get ready for your favorite gadgets to be delayed or cost more. And looking a little further out, about 18 months, that fight over who makes the best AI chips is going to turn into an all-out global war for tech supremacy. So yeah, the AI supercycle is here. There's no doubt about it. But it leaves us with that big question that Anthropic basically forced us all to ask. Are we building a better future, or are we just building a faster one? Because the choices we make right now, they're going to define the next decade and beyond. Visit newsbite.tech for more tech news and bites.